Tucson, Arizona, home of the #1 team in the country, the unbeaten Arizona Wildcats, who today try to do something no team has ever done in the Big 12. They face an Oklahoma State team lurking on the bubble. Then entering today, Joe Lunardi has as one of his first 4 outs, so this is enormous for Steve Lutz and Oklahoma State. Mo Kribas wins the tap against Parsa Fowler, and Arizona at home in the whites at McHale Center gets us started.
He just wants to win 1 game at a time.
22 in a row, time for the longest winning streak in school history, going back to 1917. Karchenkov on the pivot over the top of Clary, no. An offensively challenged start to this game out of both sides.
And that defensive stance right there.
Coleman to the cup from Roy.
And that all started with Clary's defense one-on-one. Let's take a look at this right here. This is where Oklahoma State excels. Getting out in transition. And that's what they did in that BYU game that I thought brought them a lot of success. I mean, you're giving up about 9 inches down low, but you stand your ground. Don't allow Karchenkov to be able to get it off cleanly. And when you get stops, you can get out of transition.
That's what Clary can do for Oklahoma State. Nifty reverse from Burries. And Tobe Awaka, Dwayne Aristote, part of the Big 8 for Tommy Lloyd. Clary moves it for Roy. We told you he will pull from anywhere, and Roy buries a 3.
And he's feeling it. This young man is feeling it, and he is extremely confident right now, and that's dangerous.
Awaka was met at the rim. He got it back, and he swirls one home.
They have been able to handle it, and I think that's due to their style. They play an unorthodox style of basketball that is hard to truly prepare for.
Aristote, no dice, cleaned up by who else? Tobe Awaka.
And that's what I mean.
45 points in the paint per game. Coach Greenberg was talking about this on College Game Day earlier today. Awaka got a piece of it, and then Burries ripped it away and drew the foul on Ben Ahmed. Burries spinning on Clary. Shot clock at 10. Awaka driving on Machukis for 2 more. And the Cowboys push. Curry extra pass for Miller. He connects out of the corner.
I mean, that's where he's grown the most. His playmaking and his facilitating.
Awaka stayed patient underneath, and he's got 8 and just cooking for Arizona.
1 team in the country, showing everybody why. Awaka's a grown man. Nothing you can do with him down. I'd go right back to Awaka. There's nothing that Machukis can do down there with him right now.
Delorso on the drive and spins it home. Can't connect off the back iron. And another rebound for Tobe Awaka. Delorso going to work on Roy, and he gets the roll. Out of the corner, short there from Curry. Burries in transition, all the way to the cup. Timeout, Oklahoma State.
And I know Burries is a freshman, but he's grown too.
Isaiah Coleman, the Seton Hall transfer, came around the screen. He was met there by Karchenkov about earlier, until maybe around 18 seconds in the shot clock, and then try to get into their action. Kribas got fouled by
corner and get into an empty ball screen because there's no backside help. And if you get over late right there, that's Isaiah Coleman, that's 6'6", trying to meet a 7'2".
Google wasn't sufficing for me today. 10-point edge for Arizona. Pete. Tough follow away, doesn't go. Bradley the offensive rebound and the step back. First points for Jaden Bradley. Big rebounding edge for Arizona. They are +7. Out rebounding Oklahoma State 16-9. And Bradley's got 2 more.
And that's where he specializes.
First turnover that Arizona's had today. Clary can fly, and he draws a blocking foul, attacking the cup. He's off balance on that one. Good cut from Roy. Got it from Coleman, and now backs it out. Mismatch with Kribas. Loves to yank it back, and he hits one in the face of Kribas.
Tough shot maker.
Ivan Karchenkov on the drive. Tapped out by Roy for Miller. He runs with Coleman. The drop off. Coleman attacks to the rim for 2. And a quick 5-0 burst for Oklahoma State.
Just like Arizona does.
Arizona's last 8 trips, they've missed 6 from the floor, and they've turned it over twice. Kribas got it from Burries, met at the rim by Coleman.
can protect the rim as well. Coleman, a grown man collision.
And Awaka saves it for Burries. Alone in transition. Burries attacks and drew the foul on Jalen Curry. Curry driving on Bradley. Good hands to poke it away. And then Pete gets fouled by the freshman big Ben Ahmed. Roy, drive and kick, deflected away, and Bradley the swipe. Hit ahead for Pete. The hammer.
You can turn those into easy transition points. And Arizona is one of the best in the country. And they're showing us why.
Clary late shot clock. Skips it for Manchukis on the drive, and he's blocked by Awaka. Bradley in transition, off the bounce, got bumped, and will shoot two.
A contested three with only about 8 seconds to come off that clock. Not the best.
Bradley, tough shot in the mid-range. You wanted a foul, too. You see 6 minutes without points for Oklahoma State, and Fowler finally ends that.
That right there is a good offensive possession. They need a lot more of those.
You saw the first made bucket for Parson Fowler came 18.5 minutes into this first half. Nice follow from Cole Pete, where they've hung around in this first half. They handle the pressure. Burries attacks. He scores. He's got a chance at three.
Not too many finishers better than Braden Burries in America. He finishes at 71% when he's at the rim. We talk about Clary not being afraid to seek out contact. Well, Burry is just as good.
Crucial first few minutes out of halftime for Steve Lutz at Oklahoma State. If you're just joining us, they are squarely on Joe Lunardi's bubble. Started the day, they're the second team out of his projected field. Braden Burries is a blur in transition.
And don't convert points within a matter of 4 to 5 seconds.
Rare is the Burries pass on a fast break, and why not? He is a bucket in transition. Roy buries a three. Bradley off the bounce. Ivan Karchenkov to the mid-range.
Karchenkov is such a high IQ basketball player.
Jaden Bradley attacks. Found Koa Pete. Good hands from Miller. In transition, 1-on-2. The trailer's Roy. He rises, and Roy can't knock it down. Another good look.
I mean, as a freshman, he's so impressive. He can spot up, he can shoot the three, he can drive it, but defensively is where he separates himself from a lot of other guys out there.
Krivas, well, head fake was nifty on Fowler.
It's because one-on-one, let's take a look at the skill set. When he fakes a dribble handoff, gets to his spot. A little shimmy right there, and just...
What's his future? I mean, you just talked about Karchenkov in the NBA. How does Krivas forecast in your eyes?
I would say the same thing. I would say he can play in the league. His mobility needs to get a little bit better. But I think with the way he's been able to do that right there, I think he's shown flashes of an NBA player.
And then Pete got fouled at the other end by Coleman after Krivas' big block.
This is where Krivas, I think, has improved the most. His ability to be able to protect the rim. In the last 3 games, he's averaging 3 blocks per game. And his timing has gotten so much better. To watch DeBonta and Peterson.
Yeah, that was the big one, what, a week ago or so as Karchenkov scores. Curry misses both. Nothing coming up Oklahoma State right now. The Wildcats push. Burries attacks, and he got blocked by Coleman, but got it back. He'll back it out for Ivan Karchenkov. Wow, what a catch by Krivas. It's 7'2", wow. And he draws a foul. Roy pulls. Off target from deep. Burries the rebound. Karchenkov in transition. Bradley, look out!
Leads to easy offense. And this is just a great decision by Karchenkov. But Jaden Bradley, I was not familiar with your game.
You can start peeking ahead. Still with 13.5 minutes to go here, but we ask about, well, what are they going to do the rest of the season? They got a loaded slate coming, and there's going to be some more heavyweight tilts down the stretch.
Arizona has to adjust to them.
Pete tried to hang in the air. Houston is at number 16 BYU tonight. Kelvin Sampson's team 8-1 in the Big 12. Cole Pete is slow to get up. 12.5 to go here in Tucson. Del Orso around the screen, probing on Crotty and banks it in.
That's such a high-level shot right there.
Houston has been outstanding, 8-1. They've got a huge stretch of games to finish the season as well. Ahmed missed it in tight off the offensive rebound. Machukas had it stripped away by Aristo.
You know, Kingston Clemens is a guy who people need to consider as a top 5 pick, possibly. And then on the road, even though they lost, I mean, 42 as a freshman is high level. But I think Kingston Clemens is the sole reason as to why.
Machukas threw it right away to Bradley all alone.
And they're still playing defense despite being up 33. Jaden Bradley, 2 dunks already in this game. Oh man, it's flying out there, but look at the effort from Del Orso on this last play. I mean,
Arizona has outscored Oklahoma State 36-9. Del Orso feeling flashy to Krivas for 2 and a foul.
Now what do you do?
Coleman at the expiration of the horn. Del Orso pushes, feeling flashy again to Burns.
You know, you're one of the few play-by-play guys that actually can go get a bucket. Like if I'm going to the rec or I'm going to play in a men's league, I'm calling Mike Monaco saying, hey, come hoop with me.
It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Burns is good at all 3 levels. He sticks one in the mid-range. That matches the largest lead in a Big 12 game this year at 37. Fowler with 2 on the block. Key guy, second leading scorer at 14 a game for Oklahoma State. Good to see Cole Pete back into the game, and he hits the follow-away. And run down by Curry. Del Orso trying to bust out of that shooting slump. Fowler got the drop-off, and he's got 2 more. Burries initiates on Clary. Hesitation off the baseline with a roll. Aristo turned the corner. Shot clock below 10. Del Orso. Teammates gonna love that for Anthony Del Orso. Had been 36% from 3 for his career. This year he's been down at 29% from long range. Tommy Lloyd's been telling him, hang with it. Clary answers with a 3 of his own out of the corner.
You have to bounce back. No matter what happens, if you have a great game, if you have a bad game, you have to respond well.
Shot over the right shoulder from C.D. Gay. Defensively, that's been a big part of their growth. And then shot selection, a big key for them offensively.
And they have to stay disciplined. I mean, we saw a few times early on in the game.
I think they lose first.
Yes.
They were out of conference today at Marshall. Yeah, they've got 3 overtime wins this year, so they've had to do it in great fashion. 35 and 33 minutes. Getting back to full health.
This is a great time.
Check out off the turnover.
That's a great time. If Darren Peterson is able to play those amount of minutes.
Average 45 per game in the paint, second most in the country. A takeaway from Guetta. Arnold for Aristo, who tried to break the rim. Nelson follows it up with 2. 3 o'clock Eastern time over on ABC and also on the app. Driving dish to Nelson, who buries a 3. The Tucson native and the Harvard transfer connects. A 7-point margin. Oklahoma State had made a run to hang around, but then found itself down to by 18 at halftime, and the second half has been dominant. Baseline jumper for Makai Ragland, true freshman at 6'11", 330 with the jumpers. We hit the final minute.
This is up there in the Big 12 for sure. And I played here, and it was good.
But it was winter break.
It was winter break, so the students weren't there.
Still a sellout.
It was, yeah, that's impressive. And I'm 1-0 in this building, by the way.
Utter domination from the Wildcats yet again.
And it started on the defensive side. I mean, defensively, they get after you. They speed you up. They hinder what you do, and they limit you. And one of the best in the country.